Person in the DJ booth, stand and be recognized. Identify yourself. Captains, for the Switchblade Sisters and Cigar City Mafia, it's time for our captains meeting at this time. Captains, for the Switchblade Sisters and Cigar City Mafia, it is now time for the captains meeting with the head ref. Please meet your head official at this time. What I need to check in the wrecking hall right now, I know Felony Fat Bottom was helping out a little bit. Who here tonight is cheering for the Cigar City Mafia? Let's hear you if you want to see the Mafia take it. Okay. See, we have these specially designed and innovated fan favorite signs for you to help support your favorite team, and this is going to the loudest Cigar City Mafia fan. So if you're cheering for the Mafia tonight, I need you to be as loud as you can right now. That's close. We got it like a 2 or 3 way tie. I need one more time over here. See, I think the whistle over here might be doing it. What's your name?
Madalena.
Madalena, it's your job to hold up the sign. I need you. Don't take sides against the family, Madalena. Don't take sides against the family. So we got the Mafia for our first game. Now, that's one team. Who out here is cheering for the Switchblade Sisters to win it all tonight? I know we've got sister fans in the house. Where are you at? We got a couple over here. We got some more over here. All right, Switchblade Sisters over on this side. Let's hear you. Really? Corey, did you turn me down again while I wasn't looking? One more time. Switchblade Sisters fans, this side. Let's hear you. And I know we had some over here. Switchblade Sister signs over here. That's some serious stuff. I think it's going to have to go over in this side, deep in Mafia territory. So we're going to have a cheer off. Switchblade Sisters fans, loudest one over here. Let's hear you. Sir, what's your name?
Jeff.
Jeff? Tonight you are an honorary Switchblade Sister. If you're cheering for the sisters, be like Jeff. We have dangerous territory in turn 3 of the Wrecking Hall tonight. We have horse heads running with glowy sticks, just like on a scale of 1 to can't even, I just seriously. And while our officiating crew finishes their meeting with our non-skating officials tonight, we're checking with our head ref tonight. Head ref, are we ready to get rolling as far as the anthem and intros? And just like all skating officials, they ignore the announcers. I love how that happens. I have no doubt they were behind that jammer lap point, so announcers could never again say Grand Slam. Because of everything wrong with flat track roller derby, that was the biggest problem right there. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I ranting again? I didn't mean to do that. Holy, it's like goth night here in the wrecking hall. It is confirmed from Therms, roller derby fans, at this time, we ask that you please show the proper respect for the performance of tonight's national anthem. And tonight performing the national anthem, the one, the only, from Battlestar, Diego Punza! Diego Punza, ladies and gentlemen. Roller derby fans, our opening contest tonight is for your 2018 Tampa Roller Derby League Championship. Introducing the first team in the blue jerseys. Roller derby fans, your Switchblade Sisters! Number 021, Rehab Reject. Number 114, Alpha Vixen. Number 18, Slam Witch. Number 2, P.H. Diesel. Number 23, Riot Rayham. Number 241, Burger Queen. Number 4, Aprilla the Hun. Number 417, Amtastic. Number 50, Rojo Grande. Number 620, Stella Knockout. Number 68, Brianna Spanks. Number 8, Iva Grash. Number 83, Break Some Bones. Number 88, Slay La Vie. Roller Derby fans, your Switchblade sisters are bench coached tonight by Fluffy and Brouhaha.
Derby fans, the number number
No time like the present.
All right, Mr. Hannity, I'm Corey, and it's my pleasure to be here with the one and only Hannity.
Hannity, that jerk. Heck, he still owes me $20. Forget him.
I'd rather not, but we can. Do you want to? It's on the list.
It's your call.
Your call. Are we doing demo?
Now, fans, just out of curiosity, if you're here tonight, who here is watching Flat Track Roller Derby for the first time tonight? Raise your hands, make some noise, don't be shy. Don't be shy, it's cool. We don't bite unless you ask us to. Okay, we're glad to see some of you new folks here. Head ref Therms, head ref Therms. Therms, demo, yes? Okay, so we're gonna do a little demonstration for you newbies to keep up and explain what's going on. For each bout, 2 30-minute periods, each period consisting of a series of plays known as jams. For each and every jam, both teams can field up to 5, count 'em, 5 skaters. You get 4 blockers on the track. They play offense and defense at the same time. They can use their shoulders, upper arms, torsos, hips, booties, upper thighs. You get a 4th specialized blocker known as the pivot. You always know who the pivots are by them fancy stripes they got up there on their helmets. They have certain privileges as far as gameplay. Your fifth and final skater is your jammer. Just like with the jammers, they've got the stars on their helmets because that's the way they think. They're the ones who score points for their team. Now, each jam starts off once the jam timer blows the initial whistle, and that's the sign for gameplay to get underway. Now, there's no points the first time you go through those blockers. You're just trying to get what's called lead jammer. In this case, apparently Riot Raham might be going to the packs, but she's going to get lead jammer. Now, for the second and every subsequent time Riot goes through the pack, the biggest group of blockers from both teams, for every opposing skater she gets by, she gets a point for her team. She can let it go the full 2 minutes or call it off at any time by hitting her hands on her hips repeatedly like so. First time through the pack, no points, you're just getting lead jammer. Second and every subsequent time, you're getting points for your team by getting past opposing skaters. Highest score at the end of 60, and you win it all. Roller Derby fans, those are the basics. Are you ready for League Championship Derby? Corey, this job does not suck. Who do we got, Corey?
All right, starting off, we've got Riot Raham. Oh, Riot Raham out as lead jammer.
Picking Riot back where she left off for the demo jam. Rolling early on, but nice brace 3-well with one loose with Alley Cat Stretch as she comes into turn number 1. But make it look easy, Corey, just like that through for the Grand Slam.
Get used to that.
It's the last chance we get to say it, sir. Baby Jammer with the star for the Mafia. Can't quite get to the pack in time, so the first jam ends 7-0, favor of the Switchblade sisters. But Corey, as we know, that's nothing. That's not a safe lead at all.
It's still early, but we'll see how it goes. This is Rehab Reject. Well, right now, Rehab Reject is lead jammer. That's 2 in a row.
But remember, even though you're not lead jammer, you get through that pack, you can score. And not quite catching it in time. Sisters will get 3 more points to go to 10, but the Mafia on the board, 10-4 at the end of 2, Corey. And early on, the sisters burning a team timeout, realizing close to that jammer time that, hey, we didn't have a jammer on the track. A little bit of miscommunication with the lineup, but easily fixed.
They grabbed it with the timeout. I've seen lately where there have been a couple of penalties on that. That would have been a delay of game, and if I'm not mistaken, they would have had to play it without a jammer.
Indeed, if the jammer is not inside the track boundaries at the time of the initial whistle, current WFTDA rules say, sorry, you get a de facto 2-minute power jam for your opponents.
So that was a good use of the timeout, even though it is so early.
Well, the tricky thing is, as we know, current WFTDA rules say you only get 3 team timeouts throughout the entirety of the game. So that's 1 down, 2 to go. Now, each team does have an official review per period. So they both keep them in the back pocket. If there's nothing comes up that they want to challenge as far as calls or non-calls, they can go ahead and use that as a 4th unofficial timeout.
And known in the Wrecking Hall for close games, that is something to keep in mind.
And close championship games, no less.
So the Switchblade sisters have put Stella Knockout as their jammer. Up against Sam Antics and lead jammer for the Cigar City Mafia.
And Sam will, as you point out, the first lead jammer call of the game for the Mafia. Sam with nice strike. Sam's kind of like one of those diesel engines. You get her going forward. It's kind of hard to stop her, but credit to Rojo and the Switchblade sisters holding her in the pack, but 3 more points to cut this to a 3-point game, Corey.
A little bit of strategy on that to hold the Switchblade sisters to 0.
Well, like we talked about so many times, if it's 1-0, 2-0, as long as you're holding your opponent to 0, quite the challenge to hold a skater with the caliber of PH Diesel with a goose egg on the board for the jam, but that's what Mafia and Felony Fat Bottom are going to attempt.
Felony Fat Bottom being recycled by the strong play of the Switchblade sisters.
Nice defense by Breaks and Bones, buys enough time for PH Diesel to get the call.
I think that's going to be a theme tonight. We're going to see how that goes.
You're coming back.
You're back.
Oh, there we go. It's like, geez, Al, I didn't think I was doing that bad so far.
You know, it does happen.
There are a few links on the WFTDA.TV website that I will not call further attention to.
So we've got Alpha Vixen for the Switchblade sisters going up against.
That's just in time for the Cigar City Mafia. The Mafia winning more Tampa Roller Derby League championships than any other team in Tampa history. At one point, Corey, I want to say there were 5 league championships or 6 league championships in a 6 or 7 year period, dominated Tampa Roller Derby.
And they're playing with the confidence like that tonight. That's another 4 points on the board. But probably again, Vince, a little bit more important, holding the sisters to 0.
We've seen big plays, but part of what sets up those big plays is just those simple jams. Just do a few little things, but you execute them to perfection. And credit to the Mafia. A tough break for the first 2 jams, but crawling back into it. And a April of the hunting for the Switchblade sister. And who do we have for the Mafia, Corey?
We got Sam Antics back out there playing a little bit of strategy. Moving closer to the line, but she breaks free. Lead.
Completely confident, digging forward, pushing into that scrum, and knowing she's got the power to get on through. And great footwork on the inside of turn number 1. And she'll get clear. Thumb is out. Sam Antics, grand slam.
Get it in while you can.
Indeed. Since they're going to be outlawed next year, you know.
Oh, we got another one. Is the thumb out?
The thumb is out. It's a perfect 10 for number 411, Sam Antics. And the star is past Burger Queen. Now your active scorer for your Switchblade sisters. Oh, Sam trying to call it, but just a little too much hot sauce. Going with that core shrink. Affects relative position of the sisters, so a back block penalty. And now Burger Queen on a 2-minute jam and a power jam for the sisters.
Is that the first penalty that we've seen this game?
Indeed, the first power jam we've seen.
Wow.
It means there's only one jam on the track, and therefore only one team can score.
I hope you say that again tonight because I need to remember that.
There will be a test on this.
Hey, look, the thumb's out again.
Courtesy of the Switchblade sisters. Cookie jar to Jesse. Swing 1, 2, 3. Passes out of time for T-Ride. It's being signaled no pass, no penalty. And oh, right back to the penalty box of Sam Antics.
This is going to be a power start.
Indeed, a power start for the Switchblade sisters. Sam looking like she was going to get that Mafia up front, but just back-to-back penalties so costly in the jam. And Corey, two things you never want to hear. The doctor called, you need to call him back. And Riot Rahim, Power Jam.
So Riot's out front. We've got Amtastic going to the box.
And make no mistake, Riot, a bit smaller in size, a bit leaner, but still with her own core strength, digging in forward, going against that scrum, getting through for the lead jammer call. And look at the spin moves, trotting around the outside in, Felony Fat Bottom, the last in line, has to stay in bounds. Thumb out for the Grand Slam for Riot Rahim.
Okay, thank you. Sam's there.
And Sam powering their way on the inside lane past number 50, Rojo Grande. Penalty called at the end. Somebody in the pack, possibly a high block that will go against Miss Defiant of the Mafia.
That's your fault. And that's what happens when you have power jams.
Yes.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Rehab's using some side-to-side movement. Rehab reject. Out as lead jammer. Switchblade sisters.
Nice little apex hop around turn number 1. She'll get 4 points on the pass. And does she catch it in time? Yes, she does.
I've seen the Cigar City Mafia play a lot this season. This is one of the biggest leads that they've had against them. This is one of the biggest scoring deficits that the Cigar City Mafia has had to face.
Well, here's the crazy thing, Corey. We're not even 10 minutes into this championship game. We're already on jam number 9. I wanted to make sure it was confirmed on the scoreboard. Cookie Jar taking her first start of the night for the Cigar City Mafia. She goes up against the veteran who will get the call. Stella knockout, Switchblade sisters.
Another one. I don't even know how many in a row that is.
And it's an excellent run that the sisters have had so far. Add the darkness into the light. Felony Fat Bottom, your active scorer. But Stella no fool, she's calling it off before Felony can get within 10 feet of that pack. And with a very presidential wave coming to the jammer line, number 2, PH Diesel. Rumors of PH Diesel 2020 campaign are unconfirmed as of press time tonight.
And I'm so glad that our voices are distinct enough that I do not say that. That was Vince.
I'm saying it's unconfirmed. It's unconfirmed. There is no fake news at this announce table, sir.
And just like that, PH Diesel, lead jammer.
Like she's done for so many years for Tampa Roller Derby, both in the league teams and as part of the All-Stars, the Tantrums. Felony Fat Bottom and Allie Catch holding her up. Does she catch it in time? No! Baby Jammer sneaks in for 2 points for the Mafia. So with 10 jams down, Switchblade Sisters 53, Cigar City Mafia 26.
So we have it again. We've got Rojo Grande going up against Just in Time.
Again, the 2018 Cigar City Mafia breaking ground. The first regular co-ed team competing in active league play. And Just in Time will get the call. Lead jammer for the Mafia.
Oh, not only that, but it is going to be a power jam for Cigar City Mafia.
Justin's just a little too hot. So he will sit down. Jammer Dosino as Rojo sent out of the box. So we're going the full 2 minutes.
But Justin only has to sit for the length of time that Rojo sat, so you'll see he's coming back out on the track.
Indeed, but the one drawback, if you're lead jammer and you go to the penalty box, you lose your lead jammer designation. And with no lead jammer, that jam has to go for the full 2 minutes. Star is passed. Rojo to number 23, Riot Raham. Once that star's on helmet, she is the active scorer. Almost down over her left eye, kind of Greta Garbo style, ever so slightly. And only Riot can make that look stylish, you know.
She has a very unique style.
Hammer time, Punk, and Drublick in a third, kind of even blocked by outside back rep. And Hammer hanging that brace, tripping, kneeling. Kind of guiding James around. Back. I have a grudge coming up to counter. And Justin.
Gotcha.
You do your job, let me talk.
Just in time coming on through. And that thumb is out. That's a grand slam. Cigar City Mafia tying it up with a 27-0 jam.
Wow.
2 power jams for the jam for the Mafia. And one last thumb out. Roller Derby fans. 32-point jam for the Cigar City Mafia.
Uncorded right here. We have 2 corded. So I'm trying to get use signal right now. Then I'm going to max this mic, put it on another channel, and give it to
fans. Just a reminder while we're at an official timeout, we are doing raffles for tonight. In fact, we're selling 1, 2, or as much as an arm's length. In fact,
I don't know.
We'll see what you got, young squire. So
We'll see how this works. So we're seeing.
We may have had a technical error over the scorekeeper's chamber if what I'm seeing is correct. Either that or Windows 10 decided to take this time to update.
Which does happen at the most inappropriate times.
It has been known to happen, unfortunately. Damn you, Bill Gates. Damn you to heck.
The Microsoft timeout.
Keep
going?
Corey 2018.
Right now, I need you to carry the conversation.
All right.
I need you to carry the conversation.
That's very hard with Vince. I'm working on it. No. We're working on it. We're working on it. So we are in a little bit of a scoreboard timeout as we go. Some rest and relaxation for the skaters. But I think this is a good. We're getting closer.
Talk about the after party. About something. I don't care what you're talking about. Just talk, Corey, talk about something.
We have our regular league sponsors, We have Southern Brewing and Winemaking in Seminole Heights. They are the sponsor of the Black Widows. Southern Brewing and Winemaking, the ultimate playground for home brewers and winemakers. Coppertail Brewery in Ybor City is the sponsor of the Switchblade Sisters. We believe in Coppertail. Cigar City Cider and Mead is the Cigar City Mafia and their sponsor. Visit Cigar City Cider and Mead in Ybor City to try some of their unique specialty ciders and take home a six-pack of the world-famous homemade mead apple pie cider. So we have everything's getting ready to start back up. It is a power start for the Cigar City Mafia. Sam Antics on the line.
Well, the Mafia already on a 34-4 run that last jam, and they're keeping it up with Sam Antics as lead jammer for the Mafia. Heads up play by Sam, avoiding the cut the track penalty. Sees Riot coming out and says the damage is already done. We're in the lead, calling it off. Get 1 point, but you don't make those big jams every time out. It's just as long as you're blanking the opponent.
Yeah, you get the 1-0, and it's still, again, as we've said, 1-0. I think we missed the opportunity to teach everybody the drinking game. When we have a lead change, we get to have to drink.
Or, you know, when we have palindromes, courtesy of Dirty Marty, formerly of Charm City. Alley cat scratch with the head out and drawback on Alpha Vixen. And nice defense digging back. Corey Alley cat scratch is a one-woman wall against the Alpha Vixen. But a cut the track penalty for Baby Jammer means Vixen on a power jam. Amtastic to the box for the sisters on a cut track penalty.
Alpha Vixen getting some help in the offense. Shout out to Al Be Damn.
I'll be damned, of course, the longest continually tenured announcer for Tampa Roller Derby in their history. We'll be having sweet dulcet tones on the microphone in just a little while. And of course, we're glad for all of you joining us worldwide live on the stream and at our after party location. We'll see you a little bit later tonight. We hope you're enjoying tonight's league championship entertainment. Corey, where is that anyways?
At the London Heights British Pub.
Baby Jammer trying to part the Red Sea, more of a blue sea at this point. Held up, no pack, a signal by our head ref, 2 thumbs up. But Baby Jammer will break on through to the other side, and the thumb is out, so you know what that means, Corey.
Can I say it?
Go ahead and say it.
Grand Slam.
Indeed. Banned in 2019. And once again, Alley Cat Scratch, continuing where she started off this jam as a one-woman wall against Alpha Vixen, buys enough time for Baby Jammer to sneak through on the inside, double the Grand Slam as the jam ends.
Aww. You know, not maybe a consolation, but Alpha Vixen did put 4 points on the board.
Well, she earned all 4 of those points, you know, fighting her way desperately past number 9, Alley Cat Scratch.
And that's what perseverance is.
What he said. 71-61, a Cigar City Mafia over the Switchblade Sisters with about just under 12.5 minutes left in regulation in the first. And in next to no time at all, Rehab reject. Corey, she gets the call.
Great job by Rehab taking the outside line. Oh, and a beautiful apex jump.
Oh, but getting called for the cut. The check. She was trying to cut it off to keep Hammer Time from matching her. Unfortunately, didn't quite nail that apex jump. So now, once again, Corey, power jam for the Mafia. And I believe that's number 83, Break Some Bones, trying to go for the force the cut track penalty, but our inside pack ref signal, no pass, no penalty.
Oh, that's a track cut against Cigar City Mafia.
And now it is rehab reject on a power jam for the Switchblade sisters.
And this jam's going to go the full 2 minutes.
We seem to be seeing a lot of that. Yeah.
You know, I have these papers here, but I'm not writing it down. This seems like a pretty penalty-heavy game.
Punk and Drublick kind of forced to cut the track, but rehab reject will get on through. 5 points out, so that's a grand slam. Now 10-9 on the jam. Advantage Switchblade sisters. D-Ride up front with Trip McNeely, Punk and Drublick, and Moulin Rude.
Hammer Time in the spin move, but not after he decided to play a little bit of offensive jammer.
And of course, these athletes age up from Tampa Junior Roller Derby without, while back in 2012, we started Tampa Bay Men's Roller Derby. Things have happened, and well, that's about as close as politically correct as I can say at that point. So, in a wonderful gesture by Tampa Roller Derby, Cigar City Mafia becoming the first co-ed team in league history, making sure these young men have a chance to continue this wonderful sport as they age up into adulthood. The most nonchalant jam call-off ever. Cell knockout, turning on the afterburners on the inside lane, but it's actually Sam Antics. They're the one getting the lead jammer call. See Cell going by, and they say, nah, we're good. We're done. 0-0. Thanks. Good one, Stella. Good one. That was good. I like that. That was good.
Again, 0-0 is better than losing the jam. So it was good strategy.
Score now 89, Cigar City Mafia. Switchblade sisters 75, just over 9 minutes left in regulation in the first period. Felony Fat Bottom thought she was going to get lead, but it's now waved off as a no pass, no penalty. It's actually going to go to number 2, PH Diesel, who decides to let it run on out, maybe trying to catch up a little bit. But Felony digging on down on the inside lane. She'll get through for 4 points on that first scoring pass.
All right, so again, that was a little bit of derby strategy there by PH Diesel. Was going to call off the jam because Felony was coming back by to score some points. Felony put 4 points on the board. PH Diesel cut that in half and put 2 of her own.
Sometimes you take a risk, you figure run long, maybe you can catch up, cut the lead. Just unfortunately, very atypical for PH Diesel, kind of got hung up in the pack, so advantage Felony Fat Bottom and the Cigar City Mafia. Hammer Time on the outside of straightaway, the outside straightaway, doing some sort of bizarre ska dance, but gets him through his lead jammer for the Cigar City Mafia.
Did you just say bizarre ska dance?
That's exactly what I said. And I dare say that's close to the truth, sir.
Push the shirts, however you want to do it. You want to do some kind of trivia thing, if you want to do contest thing, whatever you want to do.
And Switchblade Sisters going with the star pass. Rojo Grande, number 50, now the active scorer for the Switchblade Sisters.
Go and look through the table, pick whatever. Like if this is what they want, you need, they can find one and do some shit. Okay. Just use that. Just for broadcasting purposes, you two on the same
And Rojo on through for the sisters, but a couple more points. So that jam will end as we wait for the final. It's actually going to come up as a 10-0 jam. I stand corrected, 10-0 jam. Cigar City Mafia break the century mark, 103-77 for the Switchblade sisters.
Are you ready?
I'm still trying to get the technical part done, and then I got to pee, and then I have to mentally get into the.
And jam number 18 of the first period. That's 417. Amtastic, just like that, Corey, through lead jammer, Switchblade sisters.
We'll start with Vince, all right?
Oh, yeah.
All right?
That's fine.
Unless he doesn't want to. You want to start the second half?
Your call.
Do you have a problem? I don't want to overwork you. You good?
You tell me whatever you want to go. I'm good.
I really want to call some roller derby with you.
I think we can work that out, sir.
Amtastic coming around with a few more points, absorbing a hit by the one and only D-Ride.
Understood. I believe it.
So we've got Riot Rayhem for the Switchblade sisters going up against Baby Jammer for Cigar City Mafia. Oh, and on the outside, Riot Rayhem playing to the crowd, lead jammer.
I think we can work down that, sir. And not quite yet on helmet, but in hand, the jammers start going to number 357, Felony Fat Bottom, dancing her way out of the pack. Once that jammer cover is on her helmet, she is now, in fact, active scorer for the Mafia.
Riot playing to the crowd, putting 4 points on the board.
So now 103-85. Mafia held scoreless this time around. Only about an 18-point lead with about just under 4.5 minutes left in the first period. And I hate to bring out those cliches, Corey, but it's anybody's game at this point.
It looks that way. So we've got Hammer Time going up against Rehab Reject again.
Wow!
That was amazing.
Fullback draw up the middle. Lead jammer call for Rehab Reject of the
Without a
Switchblade
doubt.
sisters.
That was all work.
Somebody getting a cut track.
Looks like it's being signaled.
Same as it ever was. I can't quite make out the hand signal from this.
I thought that's what, I mean, was that definitely an ode to,
Well, regardless, we've got a Switchblade sister into the penalty box. Again, if you're joining us on the stream worldwide or at our after party location in London Heights, if you're watching us, the Switchblade sisters are in the blue jerseys and the Cigar City Mafia in the red jerseys.
Sam Antics with that power start. No, not a power start. That's Stella knockout. Telling her blockers to go forward.
And around the inside of Iva Grudge, they're going to call it. And that is going to go 4-0 for the Mafia. Credit of Sam Antics. I dare say, Corey, that core strength and I dare say diesel power of Sam Antics, a nice little change of pace in the Mafia jammer rotation.
Speaking of diesel, we've got PH Diesel for the Switchblade sisters going up against Felony Fat Bottom.
I see what you did there, sir. Teammates on the tantrums, the all-star team. Whoa! Are you kidding me? Barely 4 seconds gone the jam. Felony, one step, hits the afterburners, and gone, baby, gone before she hits turn number 1.
Oh. And the thumb is extended. Grand slam, felony fat bottom.
She had that grand slam before PH Diesel had even broken the pack on the initial pass. Swings around the outside, defendant outside, calls it off. 9-0 jam, courtesy of 357 felony fat bottom.
Wow, that was very, very technical. She started back from the jam.
In the meantime, it's Alpha Vixen for the Switchblade sisters, but on the outside, not quite as reckless as Scott has, but Hammer Time lead jammer once again, Cigar City Mafia in the red jerseys.
Here comes a little more, nope, not on that one either. Hopefully Hammer Time will do more ska dancing.
Rolling on our former non-skating official Jubilee, who always talked about 100% more dancing. Apparently Hammer Time going for 100% more ska dancing for that initial pass, but definitely going for a grand slam on the first scoring pass of this jam for the Mafia. Tries to get the apex jump, realizes he doesn't quite have it perfect, so he comes through on the inside, re-enters at the back of the pack. Nice awareness, calls it off in time. He does sneak in one more point for a 6-0 jam advantage Mafia.
I don't know if we've seen Tiki Torture on the line yet.
I believe this is her first time with the star for tonight's game, sir.
So we've got Tiki Torture for the Cigar City Mafia going up against Aprilla the Hun.
Nice hit up.
Yeah, Aprilla the Hun finding an outside line, but Cookie Jard taking that away real quickly from her.
Yeah, Cookie, you don't think about it, but Cookie, a veteran of the Tampa and Florida roller derby scene. Cookie somewhere, I want to say her 7th or 8th derby season at this point. I think what I'm trying to say, it's not her first rodeo by any stretch.
Yeah, and if you ever go anywhere else to see travel roller derby, you may see Cookie Jard with a different jersey on every now and then.
D-Rye with a nice hit out and drawback. That's going to on Aprilla the Hun.
Both defenses doing a good job slowing down those jammers.
And I love the core holding up at that front of the pack by the Mafia. Waterfalling up front. D-Ride holding up long enough for Cookie to come on in, get the hit out the center track.
Yeah, Cookie bringing her all the way back.
Veteran play by Cookie, I love it. Buys enough time for D-Ride just sneaking in a little, hey, how are you? And star is passed. Cookie Jar, now your active scorer for the Cigar City Mafia.
Effortlessly.
Slamwich trying to hold the brace, break some bones, trying to be the second part of the wall.
That shows the skills at this point between Cookie's ability to play defense and then put the star and just gain advantage just that quick.
Didn't quite catch it though on that second pass. As the jam ends, Cookie will get called for the cut the track. Heads up play by our inside pack ref. Jam ref seeing it. Perfect vantage point. And I believe, barring any official reviews being called, this will go to the halftime break with the score on the board. Cigar City Mafia 132, Switchblade Sisters 88 points.
Wow. Stache Bash half over.
Game 1 half over. Game
That's true.
1.
So a quarter over.
25% of Derby gone for the night. 75% to go.
I'm a little misty-eyed, and you know why? Because I mean, this.
Are you a little verklempt?
I'm a little verklempt.
It happens.
I mean, we're sitting here in the wrecking hall, calling with, you know, dare I say,
some jerk. Yeah, we know.
So we're going to do something for halftime. Go buy yourself some Jello shots.
Jello shots, T-shirts, raffle tickets, and arm length. Make sure whatever tickets you buy, you put them in the bucket. For the love of Derby, if you buy raffle tickets, put one of them in the bucket so we know you bought them and you have a chance to win, please.
So we're getting ready to do a halftime show. If we need people, make sure you volunteer, because we're not beyond doing volunteers. And if you're wearing a purple shirt, you know what that means. Hi. You didn't hear what I said, though. Hi. The smiles are great. Just wait a minute. Hi. All right. Here we go.
All right, for halftime, we're going to do a paper plane contest. Who has the best construction skills to build a paper plane? I need 3 adults and 3 kids. Winner gets a free
no, that's my shit that I bought. I was at Target, and this was like $1. This was $3, and I said, well.
Oh, yeah. Are you ready to fly?
Well, actually,
We got one plane ready to fly.
I was
Put
just
it in
looking
this red
for other
box
stuff.
right here.
I grabbed the DVD copy of Poltergeist.
Just throw it.
And I finally found the one copy of the DVD of the Disney Sunday
That's
movie,
nice.
Tower of Terror, that wasn't like $20. Target had
You got to
$5.
keep this plane up here.
I don't care if this is the worst movie ever. I just want to buy it to say, fuck you, Disney. I finally got this for less than $20. All right. Screw you, Iger.
Anyone else ready? Ready to fly?
They only have Revelation 10, and I made 107. So I got like 97 to go.
Hey, we still got 3 more quarters of dirt. Well, technically 2 because we're
All
just
right.
half that in a second. So.
Come on up to this red box. Come to the red box. And throw it from the red box.
Best crowd tonight.
All right. Yeah! You try it one more time. Go ahead. Good job, buddy. It looks great. Come on out. No, leave it down. Leave it down. That's fine. Good job.
If it's okay with you, before we start the second half, I just want to say a quick thing.
Absolutely. Bro, it's your insanity. You don't do anything like
It ain't my,
Are you
it ain't
ready?
my home no more. I just want to make sure it's cool with who's home.
Go ahead. Step on up to the box.
just like I told you, you said you might buy a ticket. I said, everything's
Oh, wow.
I appreciate it.
All right. You next.
Everybody knows that.
All right, for the kids, looks like we have a winner.
Look, I get,
What's your name, winner?
I'm talking Roman Derby right now. I don't want to be publicized and da.
All right, Maggie. What team are you representing today?
But I also was like,
Team Slay. Slay is on Switchblade Sisters.
it could be mine.
Even if I wasn't on this, I'd still be out there.
I was like,
Oh, so
For
sweet.
the others who
All right, thanks, guys. Adults,
I just want to
you've had your time to construct. We have one that went pretty far.
It's not a me thing.
Black Plane is the one to beat. All right, one at a time. Go ahead and step into that red box.
Started and whatever.
Let it fly.
Good, right, wrong, or indifferent.
Good luck. All right.
So it was. And
All right, let it fly.
I didn't expect. I told
Woo!
but I said,
All right,
shout
this
out to
one.
Siren
That's a
and
jank.
Sure, saying
Oh!
well,
Your turn.
huh?
What is this thing?
No, and I said,
Oh, we have a
I totally
winner.
expect both of them to say,
All right, sir.
no, thank
What's
you.
your
But Stevie, you can't have
Thanks,
it without
Stevie.
them
What team are you here to represent?
Whatever King Cassie's on.
Cassie. I don't know people's real names. Bones! Bones! Where you at, Bones? Yeah! Team Bones.
Folks, if you've got raffle tickets, now is the time to get them out. Okay, we're doing one. Or we're starting with this one first. Okay, so our first raffle is going to go to this lovely local artwork. So get your raffle tickets out. And, she's kind of got her hands full. Give her a moment. Pick me a winner. That was serious. And the winning ticket goes to ticket number, white ticket ending in 147, 6777 147. White raffle ticket 6777 147. That you? Let's see what you got. Give that lady some artwork right there. Okay, we'll have your artwork one more time. We got one more things to drop. Now, this ticket will go to a 1 free 4-week camp at Camp Gladiator. Starting up, it's benefiting Tampa. It starts on November 19th, if I recall correctly. And valued at over $180. Snow, you feeling lucky? Close enough to yes. Winning ticket goes to white ticket ending in 166. White ticket number 6777166. If you got it, hold on back. We have a winner. Somebody over here? Hello, kid, you just won a free 4-week camp to Camp Gladiator. We'll have more raffle drawings coming up later on, in particular our second game of tonight's doubleheader. Oh my God, ooh, shiny.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 20 seconds left to go here before we start the first half. Vince Hannity, brother, welcome back to the hall, brother.
Good to be back, brother. I heard it go before we get the second half underway. I had heard a rumor tonight was the last night ever at the Wrecking Hall. So I want to make sure, like all the veterans, the old school skaters, the old school officials, everyone, we were all present, because while this may ever be the last open bout at the Wrecking Hall, Tampa Roller Derby founded back in 2005, and the only surviving league for the first 2 leagues ever to be a Florida Roller Derby. We may be going down the street, we may be going across town, but Tampa Roller Derby is going to stay right here with their noses in it. They're not going anywhere, baby.
Huh? They don't listen to us. It's just like when people karaoke, they don't care what we do. All right, Vince Hannity and myself, Albie Dam, back on the mic as we start the second half of this 2018 championship bout.
And Al, the Switchblade sisters starting off the second half, much like they started the first half with lead jammer. This, of course, going to Riot Rahim Rojo Grande, directing traffic up front. This is the time for that. This is the time for that Bart Simpson. At least you tried, me.
I
just
know that right now at the London pub and the London Heights pub, they are going crazy with that move, because we are being broadcast live into where the after party. Imagine this: those that are at the Heights watching roller derby right now, how many times have they got to watch a football game and then party with the football players after the bout? Is that some stuff or what?
There was that one time, maybe back in like 1974.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, but that was a Pop Warner game, and the kids and the kids outdrank the parents.
Oh. 74 was legal.
Right.
And that's why I'm not on the mic.
And credit to Rehab Reject, lead jammer second in a row to start the second half for the Switchblade sisters. But stop, Hammer Time going one-on-one, shrugs off the block. So Reject will call it off. But before we get to jam number 3, let's let Al take a selfie.
Right? There are certain things that are more important than, well, never mind. Nothing's more important than roller. 93 to 132. Still, by any means, it's anybody's bout here, the championship bout.
Well, only about, if my math is correct, always a dubious proposition. About, I'd call about 39 points, but we've seen a lot of big jams already so far in the first half. While Sam Antics is held up in the pack around the outside, 620, still a knockout. 3 lead jam calls in a row for the Switchblade sisters to start period number 2.
All right, there's the whistle as we get ready for the next jam. As the skaters come out, it is going to be P.H. Diesel, the president of Tampa Roller Derby, on the jammer line for the Switchblade Sisters, and
that's Baby Jammer.
Baby Jammer.
And I would be remiss, Al, if I did not point out, we are still selling those $2 Jello shots.
$2 Jello shots.
We've even got gummy shots, but who do we have in the track, Al?
Dude, so going back to the after party at London Heights, right after this jam, I'll get back to talk about, as Baby Jammer is immediately out first, but P.H. Diesel, the press, says, hold up. The press tried to cop a filibuster for that lead jam, but it did not work as Baby Jammer went through, got the points, called off the jam quickly.
Well, what I loved what Felony Fat Bottom and Trip McNeely were doing, they're holding back that lone sister at the back of the pack, trapping the goat, as they used to say back in the day of 2008, 2009, just enough time for Baby Jammer to sneak and get that one quick point over Diesel.
Absolutely, a very smart game played. It certainly is a defensive. You can't really say defensive because in roller derby they play offense and defense, but able to help your jammer and keep the other jammer at the same time. Felony Fat Bottom. It is not. Look, the linemen aren't just big, dumb, clunky linemen in the middle. They're very, as in football, but there's a lot of strategizing going on there in that pack.
And somebody going to the pack this one on a forearm as the jam will end.
Strategizing. You heard that? I'm just saying.
Strategizing. Hooked on phonics works for Al.
Anyway, back to the London Heights after party. We're going to be there tonight in the VIP room up top. They just opened that. We are the first official guest of that room.
Nice.
It is going to be available for rent out for events later on coming up. But we are the first official guest for that room tonight. There's going to be karaoke from 8 till whenever.
And they'll have a chance to party with Sam Antics as they get through the pack for another scoring pass and call off for a 4-0 jam advantage. Cigar City Mafia. Again, if you're joining us from London Heights or worldwide, we're glad to have you on board. The Cigar City Mafia are in the red jerseys. The Switchblade Sisters are in the blue jerseys. Current score on the board, Cigar City Mafia 140, Switchblade Sisters 98. Just about, let's call it 24 minutes, 35 seconds left on regulation. Ow.
Yeah, we're going with this game, and they are indeed fighting for the championship. And it's not just this season, because there's a lot of historical stuff that goes on between these two teams. The Switchblade Sisters have had some of the best comebacks in the history of this league. They won the title 2 years ago. Cigar City Mafia has been in and out of title battles all the time. So this one, 140 to 98, still anybody's bout, lots of time. And I know people that aren't familiar with roller derby thinking, well, this one's over. It's really not, because a couple of jams and this game can be knotted up real quick.
And to play off what you were saying, Al, what Corey and I talked about in that first period, we're seeing a lot of it early on with the Switchblade Sisters, a lot of short jams, but the thing is they keep blanking the Cigar City Mafia. That journey of 1,000 miles always begins with a single stride, and the sisters slowly climbing right back into this.
And the sisters jump out. Lead jam. Is that Tara?
Rehab reject with the star for the Switchblade Sisters.
Selling beer right now. I'm so stupid.
Gets through, calls it. Did she catch it in time? No! Cigar City Mafia sneaking in for 4 points, courtesy of number 21, Hammer Time. And thanks to our officials for keeping us in the loop, it's actually a correction. They did call it off in time, so no points to the Cigar City Mafia on that last jam. Did not complete the scoring pass before that 4th whistle blast. So we're back underway, 104-140, Mafia over the sisters.
22 minutes and 18 seconds left to go. 140 to 104 left to go here. 130 left in the jam. Switchblade Sisters, that is right. God damn it, I need a roster.
And defense very much at a premium at this point in space and time. And finally, with almost 45 seconds gone in the jam, Stella Knockout says, I want to break free and get the lead jammer call, and will do so as she has done so many times before.
Again, very tough yet intelligent pack play by these teams, forcing the jammers to have to fight their way through. Stella Knockout trying to take advantage of the lead of the power jam situation, but that Mafia defense just really doing a good job at taking 40 seconds to get through, and now Stella's going back around, and she's still trying to add and take care of it.
And Rojo Grande going for that Bill Coulter pancake block, but a little too much forearm in it for the officials, just a little too much.
I was torn like, ooh, what a, but you're like, oh, there's a whistle, and just a little bit too much extension for that forearm. Those of you out there watching this on the interwebs, the forearm, once you extend out too much to where it becomes a forearm move, you cannot do that. Hit them with your body, boil them up, kind of move them over, but as soon as you extend to in a punching or forearm motion, it becomes a forearm penalty.
That impact on relative position on the track, always so dangerous, what leads to penalties, but coming back into it now, only 140, 113, Cigar City Mafia over the Switchblade Sisters. Again, if you're just joining us online or at London Heights, the Cigar City Mafia in the red jerseys, Switchblade Sisters in the blue jerseys. PH Diesel with the star for the Sisters, and Felony Fat Bottom with the star on the inside for the Cigar City Mafia. Gets the call, lead jammer.
He'll message me if they're not right.
Felony swinging those hips around on the inside, calls it off, and good for a 3-0 jam to finally stop that momentum of the Switchblade Sisters. Now a 30-point game. Once again, Mafia 143, Sisters 113. We got you, Therms. So now with just about 19 minutes, 40 seconds left in regulation, it will be hammer time and Alpha Vixen jamming for the Mafia and Sisters respectively. Alpha Vixen will get the call for the Switchblade Sisters. And don't look now, but even with that 3-0 jam by the Mafia in jam number 10, Sisters still mounting that second period comeback. Of course, they are up against the team that has won more league championships than any other team in Tampa roller derby history. Head out and draw back on hammer time, courtesy of Brianna Spanks. Around on the outside, Vixen will clear. A thumb is out for the Grand Slam Switchblade Sisters. And Hammerich playing a little foul the leader. Does he catch it in time? Yes! Nice save by Hammer Time for the Mafia. Perhaps what could have been a tactical error by the Mafia at taking the rear of the pack on that last scoring pass, but Hammer Time fighting his way through to get that 4-point scoring pass. And that's Burger Queen, number 2 for 1, through lead jammer for the Switchblade Sisters in jam number 12. Saying, excuse me, Mr. Ref, but I would like to end this jam now, please. Gets through for a 2-0 jam, and Don't look now, Al, but at 147 to 124, only a 23-point game.
Go ahead, talk.
So with 17 minutes and just under 10 seconds left, we will stop for an official timeout as Riot Rayhem and Felony Fat Bottom declare a Jammer Dance Party on the Jammer line.
Yes, there is a Jammer Line dance party, but speaking of the scoring difference, that goes back to what we were talking about just a few minutes ago. It was about 38 point difference. It was 15 minutes, or it was right towards the beginning of the half, and then now we're a little bit further into the half, and that is cut into just a 20-point difference. So, yeah, can the sisters keep it going? I don't know. Riot Rayhem and Felony Fat Bottom on the Jammer Line with a Jammer Line dance-off. And I'm sure right now the London Heights Pub is going crazy wild with the Jammer Line dance-off.
Indeed, London Heights, we're glad to have you along for the final ride of Tampa Roller Derby in the Wrecking Hall.
Absolutely, and if you have not had the Italian sausage and shrimp sandwich at London Heights, you need to, because it is absolutely scrumptious. I suggest it with a side of pub chips and beer cheese.
Al, did you say Italian sausage on the microphone?
What?
Meanwhile, going back to the action as Felony Fat Bottom hit the center track and recycled back into turn number 4, courtesy of Amtastic. Riot Rayhem, in the meantime, trying to get past that 4-wall of Cigar City Mafia blockers. Riot Rayhem fighting her way on through. What's being signaled is her initial pass through the back.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is why that man is known as the Lord of the Rink. I'm just saying, right?
Felony Fat Bottom, your lead jammer for the Mafia, once again threw on only her first scoring pass with a minute gone, gets 4 points, but Riot buys enough time to get on through just in time for blocking out of play, being sent to the penalty box. And no doubt, Al, the strategy from the Mafia bench telling Felony to go long, run it out. The clock is our friend. As long as we've got lead jammer and as long as you're still getting through the pack clean, keep going, because the more you score and the longer you run, the less time the Switchblade sisters have to get back into this thing, even with a jammer like Riot Rayhem on the pack.
Yeah, you have to think right now with the sisters trying to come back, like you said, and the Mafia with the lead. And yes, they want to get points, but more importantly, for every point they get, they'd like to take about 10 seconds off that clock.
Keep all their players on the track.
Yeah, this is basically an American football where you're just running out that ball, and you tell your quarterback, if you pass this ball, you will be riding the bench for the rest of the season.
Yes, but that's just it. You cannot. Right now, the penalty box is empty. Finally, so it is. They've been suffering from penalty mishaps, but with these sisters, the Switchblade sisters, they're not the winningest team in the league over the league history, but they probably have 2 or 3 of the greatest comebacks in this league's history. So you cannot just, no matter who's on that roster in blue, you can't wipe them out. And they've kept gnawing at it, and they've kept coming back. Another lead jam now for the Switchblade sisters, still trying to cut into that Mafia lead. And do not count the Switchblade sisters out yet, Vince.
Indeed, score 163-139, Mafia over the Switchblade sisters with about 14 minutes left in regulation. Rehab Reject rolling as lead jammer for the Switchblade sisters. Again, if you're just joining us at London Heights or live online, the Switchblade sisters are in the blue jerseys, Cigar City Mafia in the red jerseys. Reject through for another 4-point pass, 8-4 on the jam so far, advantage for the Switchblade sisters. At the back of the pack, that's Moulin Rouge, that's Punk in Drublic. And the rest of the male Cigar City Mafia blockers, including I believe Just in Time and Hammer Time holding the line there.
Hammer Time having an exceptional season. He's coming out of Tampa Junior Roller Derby. Y'all know anytime I get a chance to talk about Junior Roller Derby, I'm going to do so. But yeah, Hammer Time is one of the recent ones coming up. He's come up to the co-ed Mafia this year and is doing a very good job. Still a knockout now, and Cookie Jarred going to the jammer line, 170 to 149. 21-point differential, 12 minutes and 49 seconds left to go here in the bout. The championship game of this 2018 season, Mr. Hannity.
Indeed, I loved number 92, Trip McNeely, coming in to try and get that lane on the outside open for Cookie Jarred, but Slammer says, no, you don't either. Cuts off the lane, and just like that, about 15 seconds later, Sell a knockout through lead jammer Switchblade Sisters. And the story of the second half now, Switchblade Sisters dominating with those lead jammer calls and the nickel and dime offense.
Yeah, Switchblade Sisters certainly controlling the jammer line so far. But the Mafia, quite frankly, doing a good job not to let them fully capitalize on the situation. As Stella Knockout now finally gets through that wall of red and comes back down for another pass. Ooh, clean up on aisle 3 as Stella Knockout taking names, barging through, getting the points, calling it off.
And as pointed out by our roughneck producer, Corey, that was a power jam for the sisters as Cookie, unfortunately, going to the box, so 10-0 advantage. And just like that, Al, it's an 11-point game with an 11 and a half minutes left in regulation. Y'all been doing stuff since I've been here.
Power jam. Next time you say power jam, I got you, bro.
And on the inside lane, PH Diesel, lead jammer for the Switchblade Sisters once again.
Oh, are you?
Diesel through, 4 points on the jam, calls it off. And just like that, it is 170 Cigar City Mafia, but Switchblade Sisters 163, 10 minutes, 47 seconds and counting left in regulation. As indeed, Al, the Switchblade Sisters looking up to spice up your life.
What did you say? I'm sorry. I got a message.
And break some bones, I believe the first.
$170 to $163, just a 7-point bout as just in time, number 25 for Cigar City Mafia, trying to get things moved in the right direction for the Mafia. Get things right backed up. Oh. I actually had the pleasure of seeing that young man perform at the Olympics in roller derby in Lincoln, Nebraska. Wow.
But did he do that while you were calling for him at the Olympics?
That looked so complicated, I didn't know how to talk about it.
And no doubt the instructions from the Mafia bench, once you get lead, clear out the bench, run long as you can, and credit to Just in Time as he will make it a 22-4 jam advantage. Mafia empties out the penalty box, and just like that, L, 192 Cigar City Mafia in the red, Switchblade Sisters in the blue, 167, and we're under 9 minutes left in this league championship game.
$192, $167, as we do have a play stoppage.
Perfect time to remind you while we're at break, if you're here in the Wrecking Hall with us, we are doing raffle tickets. We are selling.
Came. I'll give you a t-shirt right now. All you gotta do is tell me who the announcer for Tampa Roller Derby was before I was here.
Guy, man, dude.
What? Y'all are killing me. That backfired.
Because every one of them bitches know who it is.
Y'all are killing me.
4-0 jam courtesy of Felony Fat Bottom. Cigar City Mafia climbs to 197. Switchblade Sisters holding at 167. Just over 8 minutes left in regulation.
I got you.
Oh, the promotion?
I'll go talk to him.
Before we start with our next jam, for our next jam, a shout out to Eckerd College Roller Derby League here in the Wrecking Crew, coached by one Betty Bam Bam. Glad to have you in the house tonight.
Not only that, the Goldwing Motorcycle Club is back with us over here, up in turns number 3 and 4. Eckerd College, Goldwing, all here at the Wrecking Hall. That's what's up, right? I see y'all over there. I know you thought I missed you, but I was late getting to the game. I got you though. I got you. I'll be over there in a minute.
Fantastic, and I have a grudge along with Break Some Bows trying to hold back Hammer Time. Water falling around, but getting the out of play warning, so they have to let Hammer on go for a almost illegal grand slam. And unfortunately, Break Some Bones ends up on Hammer Time's poster, but not quite the way she was hoping for, as the jam gets called 9-4 advantage Mafia. Score now 206 Cigar City Mafia, Switchblade Sisters 171, 6.5 minutes left in regulation in our 2018 League Championship game.
So Vince, we've got a timeout. Look at that.
We got Al be damned tossing out shirts, baby.
Look at this. Who needs a t-shirt cannon with guns like those?
I'll be damned. Still a more accurate passing quarterback than Jameis Winston. True story. Tell me I'm lying, because if I was lying, Fitzmagic would not be starting.
So look at the score there, Vince.
Well, Mafia's starting to pull away ever so slightly after a very nice run throughout the second period with that nickel and dime offense by the Switchblade Sisters. I don't think we've had a jam for the Switchblade Sisters more than 10 points in a single jam, but they've been effective in blanking out before Riot can put points on the board for the sisters. So jam is called 2-1-1 for the Mafia, 1-7-1 for the sisters. 5 minutes, 18 seconds left in regulation, Corey.
So Vince, we've got Felony Fat Bottom going up against Stella Knockout. We've seen this matchup a few times, and I'm pretty sure it's gone back and forth.
Well, credit to Stella, through for the lead chamber. And again, Felony turning on the afterburners. It's like she just needs that one step, then finds the gap, and all of a sudden, boom, gone.
That was good defensive jamming.
In the blue.
So we've got just in time being recycled, Rehab Reject in the front.
Oh, and a penalty on Reject, but also a penalty to just in time, so a full 2-minute jam.
And with 4 minutes left in the game.
Oof. And maybe the sisters can force Justin into another penalty and try and get a power jam for Reject.
Not on that one. He's making that recycle.
Yeah, Justin knows this is the time to skate clean. You're up by 40 points. Keep it clean. Nice hit up by Ali Cat Scratch, but nice job by Reject by hanging on and just powering her way through on the inside of Cookie Jar. Just the problem at this point, Corey, the clock absolutely the ally of the Mafia. And as long as you've got a jammer like Just in Time on the track, there's not much you can do to improve your position.
No, with that being said, Rehab's being recycled on the inside.
Nice fight by Burger Queen, defending on the outside lane.
Just in time being recycled, Rehab being recycled. The defense feeling happy about this. Those are two very dynamic jammers.
I would not disagree with you on that, sir.
Rehab with that move earlier in the game, that was just phenomenal.
Jam will end on 2 minutes, and final breakdown on that jam is going to go 12-8 advantage Mafia. We're just over 2 minutes left in the game. 223 Cigar City Mafia, 179 Switchblade Sisters. Sisters still with 2 team timeouts and an official review. Cigar City Mafia with all 3 team timeouts and an official review. And the clock will stop for an official timeout.
So about 1 minute and 51 seconds left to go in this game.
They're still within the reach of the sisters, but they really need everything to go right for them in this jam.
Both jammers starting right close to the pack. Alpha Vixen with a strong move. Lead jammer.
Get one pass and call it off. Get one pass and call it off. Get one pass. Don't toast. Do it.
It's up to you, bro. You can't. Go ahead.
Oh, and a tough break at the end of that jam as Alpha Vixen just a little too hot. Coming into the pack, goes to the box on a back block penalty.
Thank you. Wow, that's
Good job, brother.
Thank you, brother.
That's interesting.
Well, much like the Mighty Phoenix of Marvel comic books history, The Cigar City Mafia wearing the red, just like the red of the Phoenix, going to this game knowing that they will win against all odds, as now only 41 seconds left in regulation on the clock. And it will be Felony Fat Bottom with the lead jammer call.
That was a bit of an unfortunate turn of events.
No pass, no penalty. 4 points for the pass for Felony on the outside, not the full grand slam.
One of the last time we'll be able to say that.
Damn you, Chandler, lap point rules. Hit out and draw back by Burger Queen. Felony calls it off, and no surprise, as both pinches go to call a team timeout.
There is. Does that mean there's going to be one more jam?
We will indeed have one more jam.
I remember there used to be a chant. Remember that? You started it too, Al. The one more jam chant. You got everybody to chant one more jam. I remember that.
Roller Derby fans, this is the final championship jam in the Wrecking Hall. Let's show the Mafia and Sisters a little love for the final championship jam.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Come on, give it to me.
Let's make some noise.
It is hammer time for the Mafia. It is P.H. Diesel for the Switchblade Sisters. 5 seconds on the clock. 2:30 Mafia, 181 Switchblade Sisters. Never say die. P.H. Diesel will get the call. Just in time with the inadvertent booty block, joined by Allie Cat Scratch.
Hammer Time tries to take the inside apex, being recycled to the back, coming back. What an exciting.
There you go.
Is that it?
It's unofficial, but that was it.
And Corey, I'll be damned, there's something rather appropriate in the final championship game here in the Wrecking Hall, that the 2018 league championship will go to the team that has won more league championships than any team in Tampa Roller Derby history. Jam refs check with the scorekeepers. We are just one stretch away from it being official.
So, Mr. Hannity, it is unofficial.
Absolutely, you are correct.
There it is.
Call the final, Roller Derby fans, your winners and 2018 Tampa Roller Derby League champions, the Cigar City Mafia!
Ladies and gentlemen, show some love for the 2018 champions, the Cigar City Mafia.
Fans, please welcome back to the track your 2018 Switchblade Sisters!
Y'all give it up for the sisters! Fans, do not go anywhere. First of all, shout out to my announcer buddies, Corey, the future of Tampa Roller Derby, Vince, my mentor, my hero, the man that got me started in this crazy thing called roller derby. Thank you very much, sir, for coming back home for this championship bout. I appreciate you. It's near and dear to my heart for you being here.
Thank you for inviting me, sir. On behalf of Carnivorous Fish, Reverend Travis T., Space Monkey, Guy Man Dude, and everyone who's come before me and been here since after me, wouldn't have missed this.
Al, Vince, thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Catherine, everybody, please give me a big hand for this man right here, Vince Hannity. Right here, Vince Hannity. As much a part of Tampa roller derby history as any announcer in this business. Not just Tampa roller derby, but roller derby in general, especially in the state of Florida. Thank you, brother.
You're still not getting my Bud Light, Al. Remember, Mafia sisters, when you're done with photos, we need your votes for MVPs, please. Also, just a reminder, we still have $2 Jello shots. $2 Jello shots. We're still selling raffle tickets. And make sure if you buy raffle tickets, put them in the bucket of luck. Because if your tickets purchased don't go into the bucket of luck, you get nothing.
Well, this will be the last raffle. I guess we should probably do it now, I guess. Before too many people leave. Maybe. You in on that lip color? I would like to. Yeah, because I know I see a couple of people over here. So I figure we might as well play it now.
A reminder, Switchblade sisters, Mafia, we need a representative for your MVP votes at the announcer table. Mafia sisters, we need... That's the Albitam, T-A-M-M. Because we do have one more game with the Black Widows and Vicegrip Vixens coming up shortly. We hope you'll stick around.
What? Announce what? Really? So there's going to be a halftime show Thriller dance? Is that what you're telling me? Thriller. And anybody that wants to dance with you guys for Thriller, come on over to the announcer table? Is that what you're saying? Okay. So the people in the purple shirts might have to come over and dance with you. Is that what's happening? Okay, I got it. Dancing to Thriller. I think it's a great idea.
You want to dance with somebody? You want to feel the heat with somebody? Oh, wrong song.
No, but it's close.
Thriller.
So the Gladiator, Camp Gladiator is over there, and Erica is sitting there by herself. So go talk to her about Camp Gladiator.
It's that easy.
So we need a couple more people with that Thriller dance because you know I'm not doing it.
And whoever wants a mustachioed sign to hang up in honor of the previous game, the league championship, we have one of these available. Perhaps someone will sign it for you and you can sell it on eBay.
I'll do stats. Okay, good. That's unusual.
Thanks again to our league sponsors, Southern Brewing and Winemaking in Seminole Heights. Sponsors of the Black Widows, the ultimate playground for home brewers and winemakers is Southern Brewing and Winemaking in Seminole Heights. Also, Coppertail Brewery in Ybor City for the Switchblade Sisters. We believe in Coppertail. And Cigar City Cider and Mead, sponsors of the Cigar City Mafia. Visit Cigar City Cider and Mead in Ybor City to try some of their unique specialty ciders and take home a six-pack of the world-famous homemade mead apple pie cider. And among the vendors in the house tonight, Amanda Lynn, a printmaker and artist. The artist process known as gyatso is Japanese for fish rubbing and was practiced as early as the 1800s. The body of the fish is covered in non-toxic ink and a thin paper is placed over the contours of its body. Amanda Lynn catches, prints, and illustrates the fish seen in her artwork. She's able to wash and prepare the fish to eat afterwards. No waste. Wow. Also, Camp Gladiator is here, and Camp Gladiator also. Camp Gladiator is the nation's largest outdoor group fitness company. It's for all fitness levels, all ages. There are over 130 locations across Tampa Bay, so stop by their table for an awesome sign-up special. Again, I kid about the name. That is Camp Gladiator. Also, Paparazzi is here, the independent paparazzi consultant, dazzling you for affordable prices of only $5. All items nickel and lead free. As well as Loudmouth Lip Color, also in the house tonight. Thank you for being with us. Loudmouth products are hand-created, colorful cosmetics that are vegan, cruelty-free, and chemical-free, so they're safe to use on lips, eyes, and the face. Their signature product is brightly colored lip frosting, hence the name Loudmouth. After party tonight, once again, at London Heights British Pub. They've been watching this via closed circuits. So those of you at London Heights British Pub, stand by after this game. We will come join you for the after party. That is at 77010 North Nebraska Avenue right here in Tampa. Actually, this is Temple Terrace. They're in Tampa.
Hey, Tommy, as a public service to those that are out there at London Heights Pub, if they're out there right now and their waitress is there and they're trying to figure out what to order, the Italian sausage and shrimp sandwich is absolutely to die for.
Wow, okay.
And I recommend it with a side of pub chips and beer cheese. So if you're out there, tell them that you would like the Italian shrimp and sausage sandwich with a side of pub chips and beer cheese, and tell them that I'll be damn told you to order that, because it is absolutely freaking fabulous. And I will see you there later, and I will order the same damn thing.
Sounds like you've had that once or twice. All right, track switch, warm up, the other team. You guys, right? Yeah, Black Widows, take the track, 10-minute warm up.
Who is it?
Dude, also speaking of London Heights, we are going to be there tonight in the VIP room up top. It is a private room. We will have karaoke from 8 until, because we won't be there at 8, but we'll be there. It'll be 8 until. And it is a private room that is actually, the grand opening is tonight. We are the first people to go up there and hang out in that room.
We are christening the VIP room.
Absolutely. And it is a, Bud and I went up there and checked it out. It is a fabulous space. Last Friday, we had a viewing party at there to watch some videos of some of our old bouts, and with some of the Derby girls. So those of you that are out there at London Heights, hang out. We'll be there. Ask for Albie Dam when he walks in. When I walk in, hey, the best thing you can tell London Heights is, hey, when Albie Dam gets here, give him this beer I just bought for him. So if you're out there, if you're at London Heights right now, go ahead and buy Albie Dam a beer. Anything. They do have them from Motorworks. They have that grapefruit IPA that is absolutely fabulous. So anyway, fabulous. Anyway, I'm going away now. Corey and no. Corey and Standby are going to be on the mic for this next bout. Besides that, I have business to talk to Bam about. What? Y'all stay tuned for the halftime of this. They're going to have a extremely amazing halftime show. I just have good vibes about it. You know what I'm saying? Some things that are audience participation you kind of worry about, and some things you go, nah, this is going to be all right. I feel good about this one. I'm just saying.
I don't know how you do that at the same time, dude. They're out here already. Practice. How do you get back? Now, do you practice when you're not?
practice while the game's going on. I'm not doing this for my health. It's not that fun. Yeah. It'll be a Rudy City first lady.
That's awesome. I like that. So they removed the jammer platform for next year. So that was the joke between the Grand Slam and the not Grand Slam.
Still no glue.
What?
Still no glue.
5 points for jammer platform.
I didn't pay attention.
Oh, you didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
You want
So,
cash?
the dude that's at Tampa Bay Brewing now is the same dude that got us started when he was at Brass Tacks. So he knew me even before I took the mic. I didn't even recognize him. He said, "Y'all, this guy I'm serving this beer to is the best the funniest MC you'll ever see anywhere.
Wow.
And he'll be on the mic later." And I went, "Dude, Jason from Brass Tacks." I'm like, "Holy fuck." So I started talking to him about DJ opportunities out there.
Got it?
Mic opportunity. We'll see.
Follow up with that shit.
Like, open mic opportunity. Hey, you ever need me to teach some stuff down out here? We'll do some stuff.
Follow up.
Like, all right.
Oh, you need the song. I have it on my phone.
That's all him.
What?
The thriller. I downloaded and edited. I edited the song, the video, so that we have it as an MP4.
Okay, wait.
I didn't use the thriller song. I used the thriller video. And I edited it to an MP4.
And it's on your phone.
And it's on my phone. But I can give it to you. I just don't know how.
Take your phone.
Okay.
No, he edited it. Yes, we've got to wait
After party will be. Yes, we will be there. Let us clean up and turn out the lights here for the last time to the public for an adult game. And then we'll be at the after party, London Heights British Pub. All of us will show up there and sign autographs, drink the drinks that you buy for us, whatever you'd like. But thank you once again for listening and watching this special closed-circuit event. D-Ride says they're ready, and
wearing number 241, Burger Queen. Number 0127, Goosebumps. Number 90, Moulin Rouge. Number 108, Ms. Defiant. Number 114, Alpha Vixen. The captain, number 23, Riot Raham. Number 301, Poker Punch. Number 41, Phoenix. For your information, number 411, Sam and Tix. Number 42, Tiki Torture. Number 50, Rojo Grande. Number 8, Iva Grudge. Number 83, Break Some Bones. And number 92, Trip McNeely. Number 107, give it up for Meat Tornado. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your Vicegrip Vixens. And now, your team in black. Please join me in welcoming the Black Widows. Number 00, Cookie Jard. Number 10, Dottie Damage. Number 103, Crush Groove. Number 143, Molotov Cocktail. Number 16, in her final bout, Blondie Blitz. Number 305, Smash Tag. Number 327, Anya Patelas. Number 357, Felony Fat Bottom. 401, Inducing Pain. The captain, number 61, Carnivore. Number 617, Yoma. Number 68, Brianna Sparks. Spanks, I'm sorry.
I've done that before too.
Sorry. Number 81, D-Ride. The coach, Antivirus. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together
for the Black Widows.
It's going to be a challenge for a few of these skaters, as no doubt you've heard a few of these names before. A big part of some roller derby doubleheaders, especially involving home teams, is sometimes you end up with skaters actually playing both sides of the doubleheader. So see how strategy and stamina both show here. Of course, we've had about a 30-minute break between games and then the warm-up period. Burger Queen set to jam against Donnie Damage, Black Widows in the black, and Vicegrip Vixens and friends in the white. This is not the regular Vicegrip Vixens team. Some of these members are. Others are part of the other parts of the Tampa Roller Derby League, but playing the back half of the doubleheader here. So they're all in white. So that's the important part. And Lee Jammer, though it didn't look like it originally, Burger Queen. Two, 4, 1. And I believe that's a forearm call, so this will be a power jam for Donnie Damage. Just has to, there we go, break through the pack for the first, actually did break through the pack. Okay, 4 points. Where was I?
It's a good start. So we've got a couple good things already happening here.
Yeah, and that is 5 points. That was a grand slam the last time we can do that, actually. After this season.
Get them in when you can.
That's right. Those jammer lap points will no longer be a thing in 2019, and statistically we're not having much of a bearing on the game, so referees very happy about that. That's one fewer thing to check for to see if the jammer had been lapped or was in the box. And neither jammer having an easy time at the moment here as jam continues.
Both packs getting a little bit more work.
Ooh. And blocked out nicely there, 401, inducing pain. But 4 points it is for Burger Queen. And those points being matched by Donnie Damage.
Burger King with a move to get 4 more points on the board.
And that is it for the jam. My, oh my. And a high-scoring jam, too. 15-8, net 7 for the Black Widows.
So we've got Anya Patelis for the Black Widows going up against Stam Antics for the Vicegrip Vixens.
Anya Patelis turns toward us like, who?
I did see that as well.
Where? Who? And there, yes. Big blockout. But it is Anya Patelis lead jam. 1 for 1 on lead jam calls tonight. Anya met by the 3-ball blocked, or blocked up by Smash Tag, it looked like. And that warrants the call off.
That was a 0-0 jam. So your score stays the same, 15 for the Black Widows and 8 for the Vicegrip Vixens.
114 Alpha Vixen for the Vixens against 61 Carnivore, their captain for the Black Widows. And a mixed pack quickly. As Break Some Bones breaking things up about 2 seconds into the jam. And lead jam it is for the Vixens. Alternating lead jam call so far. There's the call off. Let's see what happens on the score. We have 1 point. 1-0.
Kind of like what happened in the last game a little bit with that 1-0, holding them to 0 is a strategy that has been happening in the Wrecking Hall the last couple of games.
And that is the captain for the Vixens, 23, Riot Raham.
That's going up against number 103, Crush Groove.
Crush Groove, one of the veterans of the sport of flat track roller derby. Good to see Crush Groove back on the track here in 2018. But lead jam it is, Riot. That's 2 in a row for the Vixens. First time we've had 2 in a row. Whoo! And not sure if Ghost Blocker hit a little late or what happened there, but nonetheless, well, scoring pass complete. Oh, and that was Ghost Blocker. Ghost Blocker in the hizzy. Last chance to get a shot at these adults on the track.
2 in a row.
5-4 so far, and the champ continues. Both jammers reset and strictly defensive formation. Black Widows with the pack advantage, blocking-wise, 1 to 2 to show for it. 6-7 at 1 for the Vixens and only 1. .22:15, 24 minutes to go. 4-11, Sam Antics for the Vicegrip Vixens. And number 10, Dottie Damage once again. Semantics, a play on Semantics. Lead jam, it is. 3 in a row.
Semantics muscling through the way, giving a little bit of a flex to the crowd.
I like the showpersonship. Reminds me of Crash Register from the old New Jack City Rollers, if you remember that name. Speaking of classics here, Vince Hannity upstairs running camera, the best roller derby announcer in the business, Vince Hannity. Glad to have him back here at the Wrecking Hall tonight. Currently running camera upstairs, so good use of our talent.
What an honor that is whenever you get to be with Vince Hannity on the microphone.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So Alpha Vixen and Anya Patella's now, and it is Alpha Vixen with lead jam. 4 in a row for the Vixens. And Alpha Vixen being part of the Vicegrip Vixens, fortunately that's good to remember because, you know, announcers easily confused by such names. Stepping over the blocker and completing the 5-point scoring pass.
Alpha has a little bit of a fan club sitting over here from Eckerd College.
Yeah. And Alpha Vixen through again. That's another 5 points.
Take it while you can. Grand slam.
And calling it off, and I missed the penalty call. However, there was a penalty on Anya Patella, so we do have a power start, as you do see the jammer seated. So at least 11 seconds left to serve, and time pauses in between jams. I believe it's the first jammer penalty of the period. Riot Raham, 23, set to attempt to take advantage of that. As Tripping Neely, Rojo, and a host of others immediately in passive formation, including Lou, that's Phoenix, of course. Lead jam, Riot.
Oh, Riot Raham following the offense from Rojo Grande. Great job throwing some offense out there.
5 lead jams in a row, and 6 out of 7 lead jam calls in favor of the Vicegrip Vixens, and that bears out in the score. Vixens, however, losing 2 blockers in the matter of 5 seconds.
It looks like in the jammer.
And a jammer. Well, that's the big one. So Anya Patela's chance to put points on the board, unanswered points, to make up for the previous power jam.
I have not heard that officially.
And through, that is 5 big points for the Black Widows. Cookie Jard ready. And that was good track awareness to see the effect. And a jammer penalty once again on Anya Patela's power jam for Riot Raham, who is through the pack and completes a scoring pass, as jammers pick up exactly where they left off when they do return to the track.
So Riot Raham being recycled.
Excuse me, yeah, Cookie Jard looking for a track cut, not gonna get it. What a jam, and a productive jam for both. However, only 3 points net for the Vicegrip Vixens, 44-31, with about 19 minutes to go in the period.
We've got Sam Antics back on the line for the Vicegrip Vixens.
Sam Antics, third jamming today, and 2 out of 3 lead jam calls. And make that, well, that was actually a 2 out of 3, now 3 out of 4. Oh, and nicely done, whoa. Applaud the attempt there by Crush Groove, did slow it down momentarily. Anya Patela's the opposition. This is Anya's third jam on the track. Sam Antics checking out the competition and calling off the jam in time. Number 10, Donnie Damage for the Black Widows. And that is 114, Alpha Vixen. Alpha Vixen's third jam today. Both jammers reset. And that is 143 for the Black Widows. Pelotov cocktail called out. And lead jam Vixens took about 32 seconds, but that does keep the lead jam streak up.
So for the after party, if you don't know how to get there, go ahead and go to the event page on Facebook, and there's a link with a map showing you right how to get to the London Heights Pub. We will see you there.
Technology coming a long way since the early days here of the Wrecking Hall. Not only are cell phones easier to use on the inside, and we don't have the printed program, so you have to actually look at the map instead of the road. It's, yeah, a lot has happened since Tampa Roller Derby came to the Wrecking Hall, and yes, do look at the event page for all the details, as we're going to show up at the same venue that is watching this event via closed circuit, which is just freaking awesome. Lead jam Rojo Grande That is 8 in a row for the Vicegrip Vixens.
Coming back around with the thumb extended. That is a grand slam rojo grande.
This is Anya Patella's 5th jam on the track. And a physical jam, it was 1 point to show for it, added to the 5 previously, 56-38.
So stand by. The Vicegrip Vixens are doing a really good job getting those points on the board and holding the Black Widows to 0.
Right, I think that's going to be the key. And as Logan Childs is wont to say, you control the lead jam, you control the game. However, it's not a blowout. That said, Carnivore called out Ryan Raham with a power jam. 9 lead jams in a row and 10 out of 11 lead jam calls for the Vicegrip Vixens. Point is, the Black Widows are scoring when they're on the track, which speaks to the offense being played. Despite the lead jam calls, 5 points to widen the gap though. And Induce some Pain up front, anchoring the defense along with Cookie Jard and D-Ride. That is a 4-person pack and now broken up a bit by the Vixens. And strategy playing out well as the jammer drawn back by Blondie Blitz. And a forearm called, and that goes against Phoenix. D-Ride and Do Some Pain and Blondie Blitz continuing to push and push, and 5 points to show for the Vixens, 61-38, and 13:23 on the clock as we have this timeout.
So, Tommy, how many jams in a row have they held the Widows scoreless?
They've also had 2 double-digit jams, so still in the game scoring-wise, but that had a 13-point jam and a 16-point jam for the Vicegrip Vixens, including that 10 points, and that's what's widening the gap even more. Still a competitive game and still controlling the lead jam calls, but the Black Widows still scoring and scoring fairly well the chances that they are given to score. 103 Crush Groove for the Black Widows. And Sam Antics for the Vicegrip Vixens.
So Crush Groove coming around on the outside, lead jammer, Black Widows.
That is but the second lead jam call in the game for the Black Widows. And Crush Groove, a willing jammer and definitely one to have out there if you want to get a lead jam call and bridge that gap. 5 points scored so far.
Sam Antics with a burst of power and speed to come around, not lead jammer, however, out of the pack.
2 blocks in the turn, and Trip McNeely joins in the defense up front and through on the inside. It's Sam Antics with points of their own. Burger Queen and Phoenix with a double high five at the whistle. 9-4, net 5 for the Black Widows. Effective defense there despite the lead jam call going for the Black Widows, 9-4.
So we've got Alpha Vixen going up against Dottie.
I do believe I heard a multiplayer block called, and that's going to go against 401 and Deuce and Payne. Lead jam, Vixens. And Vixen.
The Goldwing group is leaving. Good to see you guys. Woo. Thanks for coming out.
Wrecking Hall is rocking tonight. And 0-0 on the board. That is the fourth jam, which the Vixens have not scored a point, but that has been, let's see, it's been 4 jams since. .327, Anya Patella is going for the record number of jams jammed in this period against 241 Burger Queen, who earns lead. And Vixens lose a blocker to the penalty box. 1-1 in the box currently. Start pass complete to the pivot. Crush groove. Jam called, however, 9 points scored.
So we've got Ryan Raham for the Vicegrip Vixens going up against Carnivore for the Black Widows.
Under 10 minutes to go in the period. Following that, another 30 minutes of Derby. And then the after party at London Heights British Pub on North Nebraska Avenue, 77010 North Nebraska Avenue. Multiple whistles, lead jam white. However, the jam will be called on the jammer's behalf for potential injury, safety purposes. I don't believe called the jam from the floor, perhaps did. If Riot Raham did call off the jam, then we'll be able to return to the game soon. If not, then we'll sit out 3 jams by rule.
So stand by. I'm very pleased that you're down here with the last game in the Wrecking Hall. We get to sit next to each other, announcing again together.
And I'm honored to be here because these are hallowed halls. I know that might sound like a cliche to some of you, but if these walls could talk, the world-class derby, the Junior Roller Derby Association Regional Championship here, multiple tournaments for the adults, Frankie Pankies, teams from all over the world coming here to the Wrecking Hall. Everyone from the who's who of roller derby to the who's that of roller derby have played on this floor in this historic building. Never forget the fun times we've all had here.
Yeah, we've done a lot of really awesome games in this roller derby.
But you know, it's not quite all over yet. This being the last adult game open to the public, but we do have 2 more events, and more on that momentarily. Sam Antics, lead jammer this time over Crush Groove.
Burst of speed, Sam Antics.
Taz among those being part of Tampa Roller Derby for many years here in the Wrecking Hall. just random shout-outs, seeing who's listening. But no, we do have two more events here in the Wrecking Hall, this being the last adult game open to the public. However, November 10th, we will be hosting a juniors game right here at the Wrecking Hall. That is 1 week from now, November 10th. Also, November 24th is a roller disco party, and more information on that. And again, November 24th, the roller disco party, November 24th at 9 p.m. Hopefully you got the invite from Rojo Grande. If not, then I invite you. Moulin Rouge lead jammer, and Moulin Rouge jamming for the first time today against Donnie Damage.
Yes. We have the Attack Pack versus Capital City at 10 a.m. next week. And Juniors versus Kansas.
And Moulin Rouge, woo! Spin move through past Cookie Yard for the 5 points. Yes, Tampa Bay Junior Roller Derby against Capital City coming up next week. Capital City just outside of Springfield. $12 points scored by the Vixens, 12-4 net 8. 96-51, 7 minutes to go. So Anya Patella's big surprise back out for the Black Widows. And lead jam it is for Tiki Torture, who we saw in the first game. And I heard the track cut call. Tiki Torture up front with Crush Groove, one-on-one blocking and bridging to keep them legal. Toe stop work at its finest. However, Crush Groove finds her way out of play. Nonetheless, 5 points scored. 101-51. Six minutes to go, Sam Antics. Set to jam, and this is a power start. At least 3 penalty, jammer penalties for the Black Widows, possibly 4. And into passive formation early is Rojo, as well as Goosebumps, Trick McNeely, and Burger Queen. And now running offense. Textbook power jam being played out. And a block out at the last possible moment. Nicely done. And T-Ride back.
That's classic D-Ride style, though.
Penalty box clear from my vantage point. And Sam Antics through 5-point pass. There have been a number of 5-point passes in this game. So if it ends up being like a 5-point game, then we can actually write to the WFTDA and say this is one of those few times when the 5-point pass has had a bearing on the game. However, again, research has been done, and it's been said that that 5th point usually, most often, does not have a bearing on the finish. And a high five on that block. Crush Groove and D-Ride congratulate each other as everyone is off the floor and okay. 5 points scored nonetheless. 51-106, 4 minutes to go.
So stand by. We've seen a lot of 5-point jams. I mean, I know we're looking for them more because we can't say them as often, but it's going to be interesting to see next season how that affects things, especially from our vantage point.
Well, it's going to be a closer score no matter what. Now, if it's so close that it could have had a bearing on the final, I'm sure people are going to be counting. Lead jam, felony fat bottom. That's just the 3rd lead jam call for the Black Widows in this game. And pucker punch the opposition, however, scored upon 5 points. And through again. Rojo Grande up front, pivoting, along with Crush Groove. Two of the longest standing and skating members of Tampa Roller Derby. 5 in the sky for Felony Fat Bottom once again. And through once more, 5 points.
Felony with another step over on that last run.
Brianna Spanks is fine after that hard drop. And Rojo Grande with the star for the Vicegrip Vixens. "24 points being scored thus far, and add 4 more to that. Not till the ref puts it up. No pack called briefly, and 4 of those points being matched by Rojo. And 4 more for Felony. Woo! What a jam.
Dare I say, the highest scoring jam of the game?
You can legally say that. Tonight on Funny You Should Ask, number 10, Donnie Danger. Number 114, Alpha Vixen. And Byron Allen. And a timeout. $32-4 net 28 points for the Black Widows. Building that comeback just with that one single jam. Minute 51 to go in the period. This next jam can last a full 2 minutes, depending on what the lead jammer wants to do here.
Alpha Vixen being shuffled out of bounds on the outside, regaining position.
Lead jammer was, no, Donnie Damage rather, called lead jammer, but then cut track. And Alpha Vixen will be reset as well. This is a power jam for the Vicegrip Vixens, however, not able to take advantage of that until, oh no it isn't, that's a track cut too. Took a chance and it did not pay off. So jammers will switch places and both will serve the same amount of time. And as Dottie back out.
Finding a nice hole on the inside. Good work on that. Getting through the pack. Not lead jammer, but putting points on the board nonetheless.
Oh, and crashes into the pack, and that's enough to make an opening and score.
This jam is going to go the full 2 minutes.
As Alpha Vixen completes the initial pass, and that did take a while, speaking to the defense being played. 9 points so far for Dottie.
Looks like Dottie's sitting back down in the penalty box.
Oh man. Reversal of fortune, Alpha Vixen scoring now. Matching 4 of those points, or yeah, 4 of those points. 5 of those points. And more of those points. Net 1 for the Vicegrip Vixens now. As the jam reaches a 2-minute time limit. 2, well, how many? No? Maybe 1. Do I hear 1? Do I hear 2? 10, 9? We'll wait on the numbers to quit twirling here, but I do believe the Vicegrip Vixens just edged out of that jam. 1 point. 24th, check your Facebook invites for the roller disco party. We're going to close out the Wrecking Hall in style. Style depending on how you dance. But anyway, the roller disco party, 9 p.m. November 24th, as we shut down the Wrecking Hall officially. And Rojo Grande did send out the invites earlier this week, so check your Facebook. And if not, I invite you to the roller disco party November 24th. But this is, yes, the final adult roller derby game right here at the Wrecking Hall. And what a game it is! There we go, 12-7, net 5 for the Vicegrip Vixens in that last jam.
So stand by. I just got the word. Jello shots are half price. $1 Jello shots.
Whoa. That's not even cost. Somebody's losing money on that.
Bam Bam.
Hook us up.
Betty Bam Bam. Look at the DJ booth. Look at the DJ booth.
Seven and a half minutes to go in halftime.
Oh, wait a minute. We're being held on.
Shots.
They're conferring. I just got some word. This is an interesting halftime.
Not just because Pucker Punch and Cookie Jar were dancing.
No,
camera.
they're doing some work down at the officials table.
Uh-oh.
Looks like they're doing math and stuff.
Oh, don't say that. Remember that Junior Roller Derby Association Regional Championship game that happened here at the Wrecking Hall? Jacksonville versus Tampa.
Yep.
It had 3 finishes.
Yep.
Tampa won the game by 1 point, and then someone said, oh, we better check the number, because that's why we always say unofficial final, because someone checked the numbers and like, oh, shoot. Oh, my Lanta, we have a tie. Line them up again. So everybody lined up again, and then someone else said, wait a minute, no. Duval won by 1 point.
That happens once in a while. I know you. That's murder.
So yeah, so let's not do that here. That's why, again, we say unofficial final, and it does take fairly effective math to make this game happen, but that 5th jammer lap point going away is going to help the record keeping, and it's going to help the jam refs. They are for that. I'll see how it goes.
Not really sure what's going on, but you can go buy Jello shots. There is a line, but buy those Jello shots. $1 Jello shots. If I can make you have your attention, onto the center of the track. You are in for a treat. with the disembodied voice of I'll be damned. And we're starting our second half. Dottie Damage and Sam Antics are the jammers.
Let's see what Black Widows can do here. 30 minutes of derby to be played. However, lead jam, Vicegrip Vixens right out of the gate. And a track cut being called. And that goes against a Vixens blocker. No, it goes against a jammer. Dottie Damage taking over 5 big points.
What's up?
Building the momentum, perhaps. Depending on who you got out there. Those of you who have intercepted the YouTube stream, who you got? Let us know in the comments below. And even 100 points for the Black Widows now. 10 points. Oh, man, and there we go. Up and over 5 points. That is 15 in a matter of about a minute 10. Dottie Damage rocking the Vicegrip Vixens, who have cranked, or excuse me, anyway, both jammers back into play as attention splits rather. 5 points once again for Dottie Damage. That was a heck of a block there as a whole for the Vicegrip Vixens on that last pass. And once again up front, Rojo and break some bones. Good grief. What a... $23 points.
And there goes Eckerd College.
Some of us are old enough to remember who Eckerd College was named for. But nonetheless, lead jam, Vicegrip Vixens. What the hell? You're in the lead. Oh, ghost blocker! He attempted fate, and actually it paid off. 5 points. And through again, that's going to blunt some of that momentum. And yeah, look at that score. 136, 113, 10 points already. And through a little more easily that time, relatively speaking. Both jammers engaged now. Blockers jam, at least for the last 20 or 30 seconds. And carrying on, wayward children riot through. 5 points. Smash tag ends the jam as well as the clock. multiple passes. And we'll see what happens here. Alpha Vixen, lead jammer for the Vixens.
Next play stoppage. Say, look, this is a shout out to those at London Heights. I'll be damned.
And spins Champ Sorella style through 5 points. I've gotten heat for mentioning Jacksonville too many times, but still had to get that one in. Blocked out by D-Ride. Burger Queen declaring victory over at the bench. Hands up. And through, and a star, that was Carnivore, star Stache, thank you. Yeah, 32 points, still the record for the Black Widows.
So at the London Heights Pub, we are going to have the after party. And if anybody's sitting over there listening to my voice right now, I'll be damned needs a beer. All right, hang on, I'll be damned.
If you're sitting at the London Heights Pub waiting on us to get there, order I'll be damned. I don't know, we'll be there in about an hour, right? I need an Italian sausage and shrimp sandwich with pub chips and beer cheese and a Pulp Friction from Motorworks Brewing out of Bradenton. They have both of those. I've had them there. They're fabulous. Love you guys. We'll see you there in just a little bit.
I've heard of Uber Eats. I've heard of delivery. But this could be the first ever YouTube ordering of food ever. This could be officially, stand by, this could be officially the first time that anybody has ever ordered food through YouTube.
Absolutely. Put a patent in for that, Al. That's an official time. Other than that, nobody in real trouble, and that's not even trouble. Back to live action, Quest Groove and Sam Antics. Sam Antics lead jam.
Both jammers with big smiles on their faces.
Kind of a, I don't want to say consolation, but kind of a, they're playing for fun here. This is not the WFTDA championship. This is not even the league championship. This is fun. Fun derby. Last game, last adult game ever in the Wrecking Hall, and just letting it all out. 3-2, net 1 for the Vicegrip Vixens. As far as jammer stats in the first period, the high 26 points for number 10, Dottie Damage, 13 points for 327 Felony Fat Bottom, 19 points for 103 Crest Groove, but Felony Fat Bottom, it is 32 points, the high for the Black Widows. Vicegrip Vixens, I'll mention momentarily. Burger Queen jamming for them against the aforementioned Dottie Damage. And Cookie Tard looking for a cut, not gonna get it. Lead jam, Burger Queen. Have it your way. Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce. Special orders don't upset us. However, that 5-point pass to the consternation of the Black Widows. Oh, and make it a double whopper. And making a triple whopper. Burger Queen treats you right. If you're not an opposing blocker. More defense, relatively speaking, up front. But you see the passive formation set by the Vicegrip Vixens, which has worked effectively in this game. Tiptoes and through and completing another scoring pass. As Cookie Tart receives the star. However, Burger Queen 20 plus. That's a no, it's a track cut. I thought it was a no earned pass. That was on the other jammer. Yes, 327, Anya Patelis with 13 points, 357, Felony Fat Bottom with 32. As, yeah, just one digit change. That's still not as bad as a team I called for that had a 3-1-4 and a 3-1-4-2, but nonetheless, for Vicegrip Vixens, their scoring was a little more spread out, 23 points for 114 Alpha Vixen, and 22 points for 411 Sam Antics, 33 points, the high for number 23 Riot Raham, and 241 Burger Queen, 17 points in the first period, and Rojo Grande with 10. Practically two blockers engaged up front, and then Lee Jam for Anya Patel is back out. And whoa! Burger Queen blocked out. Jam has called looks like 2 points to show for it for the Black Widows, 187-124, 19 minutes to go. Riot and Phoenix share a secret foot shake. And high five with Carnivore.
Nice.
Ooh. Block out by D-Ride. Shoulder. Oh!
Both jammers working hard.
Sweet Caroline actually a favorite at arena football games, so good choice there. Jam called from the infield.
0-0 in that jam.
Family show. Felony Fat Bottom on the outside with Lee Jam over Alpha Vixen. And the call off wasn't in time. Yes, it was.
Yeah,
3 points.
Not a repeat, but definitely a 3-0 jam. Here it comes again.
Oh, that was a short version. Sam Antics and Dottie Damage. Dottie Damage, who started the game with a 15-point jam to set the tone for this high-scoring back half of the doubleheader, the final doubleheader for Tampa Roller Derby here at the Wrecking Hall.
Dottie Damage being slowed down by Burger Queen. And Phoenix allowing Sam Antics to become lead jammer.
The sprinkler going into turn 2. And the call off. And whatever that was. What a maneuver.
That was a sailboat.
That's a sailboat. Thank you.
There we go.
No idea what that is.
That was a sailboat.
All right.
Apparently, we do not know the difference between a sprinkler and a sailboat.
Nope.
But now we do.
Nope. I can do the Carlton.
Everybody tells that the skaters can never hear us.
Anya Patellas and Ryan Ray. And Lee Jammer, Anya Patellas. But not by far. There we go. Oh, about the only thing you can do in a position like that. It is
could be a
still
little
quite
far.
a competitive game, so best to reset. 15:35 to go. Carnivore and
That
Alpha
could go
Vixen.
really bad. Sorry.
Don't be sorry, just be quiet.
All right, Carnivore and Alpha Vixen. Carnivore out of the pack, just like that. Woo!
Oh, but has to reset, blocked out of bounds right after earning lead jam apparently and calling it off. So that eats up more time on the clock. But again, effective strategy and wise strategy.
So we've got Phoenix going up against Crush Groove.
Phoenix, another one of the veterans of Tampa Roller Derby, who's seen it all and played it all right here at the Wrecking Hall. However, lead jam, Crush Groove. Good skate work as the race continues. And a very faint call off, and fortunately the jam ref was watching that as we have a wash, 0-0.
So stand by. The point differential is getting a little bit bigger. We see the strategy is getting a little bit better. It feels a little bit weird knowing that this could be, or is, the last adult game in the Wrecking Hall. It still feels a little bit weird to me.
And, you know, comparing it to Tampa Roller Derby's best home team action at the beginning of the Wrecking Hall run, this is like double speed. I swear, this is awesome. So glad you're here to be part of this, to witness, and for these skaters actually on the track playing this. The end of an era, and I don't know what that was, but Sam Antics puts it forth. 5 points scored. Making it rain, maybe?
I don't know. Sam Antics did a bit of a high-low there to get through the pack.
Blocked out, but no earned pass. And star pass complete to Cookie Jard. 10 points scored and 10 unanswered points, which, yes, continues to build. Mixed pack early and out of the pack, and Lee Jam crawling over the blocker last was Riot Raham.
Riot Raham able to get out of the pack and to get the grand slam. 5 points on the board.
Black Widows pivots Crush Groove in the penalty box, so, well, I'll talk about that later. 5 points scored, yes, again by Riot Raham. And Anya Patel is the jammer and was the jammer. I was going to say possibly going for a star pass, but did not have the opportunity as the pivot was called out, and has scored. Can't talk about strategy until it actually plays out, and there's Crush Groove with, oh, so close.
Able to stay in bounds with a Crush Groove hit coming at you. That's no small feat.
Beautiful work. Don't believe it, just watch. 4 points to more points, 4 points, as Riot calls off the jam. Crush Groove back to the penalty box.
Brianna Spanks going to the bench.
Spanks is making it rain
There's
too.
Ficus.
Yeah.
The Ficus just skated by.
Commodore is set to jam against Alpha Vixen. 219-135.
I think there are a couple Jello shots left, and I'm pretty sure there's still $1.
Vixens 93, Black Widows 45. Only 10 minutes to make up for that. We'll see what happens here, but Vicegrip Vixens definitely, I don't know what happened at halftime, but showing up 93-45, doubling the score of the Black Widows in this period. And Vicegrip Vixens ready to fork somebody up there, apparently. They have the golden fork. Oh no, it's just a big back scratcher.
Aren't they the same? I've never taped more than one fork together to make a back scratcher, ever. That's never happened.
Well, you Black Widows fans, don't stop believing. Journey on Q105.
As we sit here, lamenting the end of the Wrecking Hall, the end of the game, we have about 10 minutes left.
The final 10 minutes of adult roller derby here at the Wrecking Hall.
Okay, I'm going to take the mic for just a minute. Because, look, I love this building. I truly do. And all night long, I have been leading the charge that, hey, this is the last game at the Wrecking Hall, yada, yada, yada. But let me just reiterate, Tampa Roller Derby isn't going anywhere.
Amen.
And this league's most valuable asset is its people. This right here is just a freaking building. The league is us. The league is the people. So Yes, we're going to miss the Wrecking Hall, and I hate that, and we'll regroup. But Tampa Roller Derby ain't going nowhere. All right? Love you guys. Mean it.
Well said. Probably could not have been said better by anyone other than Al B. Dam.
Lead Jam, Alpha Vixen. And Crush Groove receives the star, but 5 points for Alpha Vixen.
Seven more points on the board.
I think Vince Hannity needs to be downstairs for this part of the game. I don't think, no, you don't? All right, okay. Boss says to sit down. You know, he could unplug you at any time and provide his own commentary. Thank you.
So we've got Goosebumps, lead Jammer, Vicegrip, Vixens.
All the feels here in the announcer booth. While the game continues, oh! I know I won't miss this floor. Man, oh man. Goosebumps, good recovery, and finishing the scoring pass. 230, 136, net 3 for the Vicegrip Vixens.
So if you are watching on YouTube, or are you still sitting here in the Wrecking Hall, remember that Tampa Roller Derby will be around next season.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
With a shuffling of teams, and we'll see who's going to go through. Maybe with an influx of players, we can have the fourth team back, the Vicegrip Vixens. Sam Antics, lead Jammer.
Penalty box, wow. Penalty box is clear. Jam called. Yeah, part of where the entire league breaks up into teams and plays against each other. That's what you've been watching tonight. That's also fun because you get to know all the skaters and everybody, even those who can't travel to frickin' Spain, commentary, everybody gets to play in these interleague games and really get the fans behind the local skaters here.
And it's also a mix of levels that you're seeing. So you have world-class skaters out there all over the place, and there's some that have elected to only play home.
Right, right.
So you get to see them when you would not be able to see them if all you watch was the world-class level. But home teams gives you a great opportunity to learn a little bit more about your skater. And even today, it's an example over at the London Heights Pub, you're going to get a chance to rub elbows with and have a beer with, perhaps, some of these home team skaters.
Absolutely. You've seen the entire league tonight. Pretty much everyone eligible to skate has been on the track as Pucker Punch is your lead jammer and has put, has engaged the pivot. And calls it from the outside. However, 4 points scored by the Black Widow. Excuse me, by the Black Widows. Need to lower my voice in this building. I need to lower my voice in this building.
I was going to say something, but it didn't make sense to anybody but me and you. I was going to say, so you can sound more like me, but never mind.
Carnivore is set to jam against Alpha Vixen.
Alpha Vixen thought she found an outside lane. That lane quickly taken by D-Ride.
No, bad was Rod Roddy back when the smog of Los Angeles was at its worst. Or the games I've called for television during wildfire season here in Florida. It's, yeah, this is nothing. Carnivore Power Jam as Alpha Vixen called to the penalty box. Oh, blocked out by D-Ride was the blocker that is goaded back there. They have one blocker trapped so that when the Vicegrip Vixens try to play that passive stuff, they're going to be the ones that called out a play because they're the minority breaking up that pack. Jam called and nothing to show. However, Jammer released. Oh, that was a good penalty kill there. Good penalty kill. 235, 140, 95-point lead, 3.5 minutes to go.
So here we go. Stand by. We've got Felony Fat Bottom for the Black Widows going up against Phoenix.
Trip McNeely looking to run some offense, however, met up by numerous Black Widows in the front and outnumbered. And this is a penalty on Phoenix. Power Jam, Felony Fat Bottom. But Felony still needs to break through the pack as all the attention turns to one skater, and does so, lead Jammer. Oh, big drop there. And the pivot, nope.
And that is a timeout. The jam did not start.
Pivot Rojo Grande immediately engaging Cookie Jar. However, yes, we do have a stoppage. Here we go. All right, we got two. Who else? Okay, the entire Vicegrip Vixens bench. Thank you.
That works out.
And they say y'all can't hear from the speakers when you're on the track. We've proven that false. And so Cookie Jard with a second opportunity, and this time Rojo mixed in with the pack. As Phoenix out of the box re-engages, lead jam status is open. And lead jammer out of the penalty box is Phoenix.
That was a hustle.
Hustle, loyalty, and respect. You can't see me. 5 points. Phoenix's time is now.
Cookie being able to stay in bounds on both the outside and the inside line. Not lead jammer, but definitely staying in bounds.
5 points, and any more? I think that's... set to skate us out.
This could be the end.
Black Widows getting one more skater on the track just in time for our lead jam call. All right, someone check the floor in turn one. My gosh. 5 points scored by Felony. Sam Antics a little surprised by that turn of events.
Felony receiving an old-fashioned whip.
Yoma anchoring the defense up front. Nonetheless, Felony Fat Bottom 5 points. Sam Antics pushing, and the pivot bridging. Tiki Torture, Trip McNeely, and a host of others in the back waiting on Felony. Oh, and the drawback by Trip McNeely draws the cut on Felony Fat Bottom. Period clock has expired, and there goes the lead jammer. Sam Antics, it's on you. 50 seconds.
Taking a minute.
Here we go. Oh, man. We good? Stunned a bit, and perhaps stunned by the penalty call as Jammers switch places. However, well, no, actually it took a while to sit down. Felony Fat Bottom out, so that is a full 30-second penalty. Under 10 seconds to go. Time for more points? Maybe. Maybe. No.
Looks like there were a few on the end. The unofficial score, Black Widows 163, Vicegrip Vixens 244.
And Black Widows ending on a high note there, net 18 points for them, 244, 163. Again, the unofficial final. We'll do some math and get back with you on that. But anyway, y'all be thinking about who you're voting for your MVP awards. And everyone else, come on up to that outside line, slap hands with your skaters, and yes, that is your final. Vicegrip Vixens 244, Black Widows 163.
Thank you, everybody that's here, everybody over at the London Heights Pub. It is new beginnings for Tampa Roller Derby as of now. Please find us on Facebook, and we will find you.